Okay, last week we had complaints about the music. Don't want to use any names, so we'll refer to titles. We'll just call this person Dad. Um, Apparently, he doesn't appreciate Van Halen or Rush. So I think we'll start with a background song that I know was one of his favorites. So, great all-time classic, obviously. Um, so today I'm going to go ahead and weld these in. I'm probably going to go ahead and just trim this bit away, put those in there and there. That one I had screwed up and punched holes in the top, but I'll just use my copper plates behind it to fill the holes with weld. Won't be any big deal. Once I'm done with that, my plan is to my iPad doesn't have flash. So I was really careful to make sure that the plates for the radius arm mounts were exactly the same distance from this back panel. In the sprint car, we measured off the lateral tube that went back and forth this way, and that was the basis for all measurements. So I used this as a reference, and these are within 0.5 millimeter of each other, forward to back. Jaguar actually makes the measurement off of, pretty sure it's this bolt here, and they drop a plumb and then go across. Sorry, it's hard to, that bolt. They drop a plumb down from there and then measure to the mounting plate. So I'm going to make sure that those are right. Since I've got the wheels off, it's easy to do now. And if that's the case, then I'm going to go ahead and attach the cups to the bottom here with these grade 10 bolts that I've got, and then I'm going to weld the tops of the bolts so that they'll never come off. They used some complicated rivet thing in when they first built them, but there's no advantage to doing that anymore. They do say not to weld these in to the floor because the stresses then tear the sheet metal up. But, there's lots of things on the internet. So that's where we are. Well, I gotta go change this song. Alright, let's get an update. Got this back corner piece in. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot, we have to do our music. Our music critic, who we're referring to as Dad, wanted this played as the wedding march at my sister's wedding. I had a lot of troubles on the top part with blow-throughs, even with the copper backing behind it. Because of the position of it, I couldn't get the clamps and whatnot tight up enough against it to keep it from blowing through, but kept at it, got it done. Had to do a lot of massaging on that side because there's like 4 different layers that they've got going through there. So to get the 2 pieces up tight together, had to do that. The other thing I did is I pre-positioned this and bolted it into this vertical support here because it gets welded to that. That way I could check the fit for everything. Alright, so I got this one in, got the screws holding it in position and pulled tight to the sheet metal on the side and the floor. That one went a lot easier, so should be done with this one in just a second. Just got to drill out the holes a little more and then get the welder going. Alright, so I got this one in, it's all welded, got good penetration on all of them, so pleased with that. And then I also fixed this. There was a little edge. This is one edge of sheet metal, and of course if you have an edge, that's where it rusts. And so this was hollowed out from the rubber that runs along here, the chrome strip and stuff that protects that. And so I put the copper paddle to back it up, and then run some welds in there. So now it's all fixed up. It just needs to be ground down. So now I'm going to try my measurements. See where we are in that. Well, I've changed my mind. I'm going to call it a day. Doing that measurement is going to require a lot of laying around on the ground, so I've got to clean up all the grinding dust and whatnot, because I don't like to be under the car, and if I'm going to be under the car, I don't want it to be gross. And I've got to get the car level because I have to drop a plumb from this bolt, that bolt right there, to do the measurement, and that's going to be a pain in the ass. So start another day for that, and then I will probably spend the rest of the day tomorrow grinding, getting these welds all ground down. So that's it. Closing with the Bee Gees, and tomorrow we'll be back to our regularly scheduled musical accompaniment.